Hey guys, Victory123 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Journeyman series. To start off here, we have a simulated match against Birmingham as we pick up a 2-2 draw. It wasn't the worst result. It's tough for me to look for a match to simulate as we didn't do any in the last episode, as we'll be getting into the transfer window. But a draw is not the worst result, as right now we're doing really well in the league and satisfied with our performances. So the January transfer window kicks off here. Woods wants a new deal, but the thing, I'm gonna have to sell someone this window. I've put a few players up on the transfer list, but I have to sell someone because there's a couple players expiring contracts. As I said last episode, Woods wants a new deal as well, so I'm gonna have to get enough funds to do so, and then potentially sign a replacement for that player as well. But we go into this game here against Bournemouth. Our first Premier League opposition since we faced United in the EFL Cup. This time, of course, they can only be in domestic competitions. This time it is in the FA Cup, as we take them on at home. If you're expecting a West Ham United career mode, I don't know, I just felt like putting this one out today. Tomorrow will be the West Ham start to season number 4. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Maybe I won't be posting as much West Ham series, maybe like one less video a week. If I do 6 videos, maybe 2 West Ham. I don't know how it's gonna work. I just sometimes I might just upload less of it, just as we're in the final season, and I really want to get into a lot of seasons, because if we're to win domestic competitions in every single major league, then we're gonna have to go like 5 or 6 seasons in this career. So I definitely want to get to a good start, and that's why this season is progressing pretty quickly. Like, we're in episode 9, and we're pretty much into the January transfer window, which is always good to see. But we go into this match against Bournemouth here with a poor start. However, Callum Wilson going through on goal is in really good form right now. I think scored like 2 or 3 goals in like the last 2 or 3 matches. So he's playing really well right now, and shows there as he got a goal. But both sides were playing really well in this match offensively to start off, and we came right back with we tried to get a goal there, but a good save by Aurelio Gomez as they signed him from Watford. A pretty interesting deal for Bournemouth. Here now, Hoffman on the ball into McEachran. You're still attacking them. Woods went through on goal and shoots across the keeper there. No chance this time for the Brazilian, as Woods puts it away, our captain, and gives us the equalizer. So you're playing really well. It's a really fun end-to-end game this match throughout. Like, it was really enjoyable to play. Both sides were creating lots of chances, and a good finish there by Wood to give us the equalizer. So we kept on pushing for another goal, as Arnold on the right-hand side looks inside into Woods. Woods on the ball into Pellichero, who finds Solanke, back into Pellichero. We lose the ball, however, as advantage is played. However, Gradel on the ball. Maybe they should have taken advantage, as Alexander goes through, fizzes across goal, across. That was really weird how I said that. Fizzes a cross, like one cross, across goal. You get it. But Hoffman puts it away there. I think he's German. Our German striker puts it away to give us the 2-1 lead with 10 minutes played in the first half. As I said, it was a really fun game to play, as we were down 1-0. Now we've come back with 2 goals, and our big lanky striker pretty much reminds me of myself, gets a goal there to give us the 2-1 lead. So really satisfied with their performance, especially with a team like Bournemouth. They were playing a strong side out here, so it was really nice to see us competing with them. As going to the half, it was level. Wait, did I cut a goal out? I'm pretty sure I cut a goal out somewhere. I don't know how I can cut a goal out, but I'm pretty sure. No, wait. I don't know what just happened. I don't even know what just happened with my editing. I'm pretty sure I just cut a goal out. Yeah, I think I cut a goal out. I don't know what happened there. But in the second half, it wasn't the same. Both sides couldn't really create a few chances. By the end, we had a great chance with the judge to put us into the next round of the FA Cup. But unfortunately there, he hit the top of the post, and we have to go into replay. So, a horrible rule by the FA that we have to do a replay. It's an extra fixture. They're discussing about removing them in the future, but I think that's going to come a few years down the line. It's not going to be something that's going to come in a few years. Maybe the EFL Cup, that they won't have 2 legs in the semifinal. That probably is pretty likely to happen like next season, but I'm not really too sure. about how the FA Cup structure was going to work. But we'll have to go into a replay, and that'll be the third match in the episode. It'll give us some good competition. Right now we're pretty much cruising the EFL in the championship. Whenever whenever I'm playing, we're pretty much playing really well against the sides. So definitely, we beat Norwich 3-0 last game, and they're the second place team. So that shows how well I've been doing this season. So extra competition doesn't, definitely is not going to hurt us and help us push even more towards that promotion into the main league. But as we go into this match here against Newcastle, another good side in this episode, as we have some good teams to face. We won against Norwich obviously last episode, so I was feeling really confident going into this game against Newcastle. We started off with a draw against Birmingham, so hopefully we can return to league form. Most of these players didn't play for that match as it was a midweek game, but hopefully we'll get the win. And another win, would push us further away from a side. I think they're in 4th or 5th place, so it definitely is going to help us out. As just a few points away is always, those points add up, and by the end of the season, we should have a comfortable lead over those sides. But to start off here against Solanke going through, said he needed to step up in that last episode after Veeb's injury, and he does just that as he fake shots around the defender nicely, goes through on goal, and finished it past the keeper to make it 1-0. So he got an offer there in the beginning of the episode. I definitely could sell him probably for a hefty sum, as he's increased a lot in overall and has been scoring a lot of goals lately. But he's a great young talent. I really like the look of him. He's an all-around striker. He's strong, he's fast, he has good finishing, can head the ball really well as well. So he's a really all-around striker and might be a player that might take to a new side next season. I would like to have one or two players that I'll take along with me. Maybe if we find youth player, we have Jay Edwards, maybe he'll be a good player, or if we find someone from the first team to bring along with us. Not too sure who it is yet, but we'll find out and see, especially what team we join next year, as maybe these players won't be good enough, as sad as it seems to in our next side. But we can't really focus on that right now, as we just have to show with Brentford how well our managerially we're doing, so we can get better offers in the future. And right now we're doing really well. We're starting to create a lead in the top of the table as we go into the half 2-0 up against Newcastle after Pellicero's goal. So really good to see there. Solanke scoring Pellicero as well. As in simulations, he's been doing really well. He's a decent player in game as well, and good to see him get a goal there. As we keep dominating in the second half, a good chance here. Osminen goes through on goal, Sells with the save. Then it gets headed into Bekekeren, but that volley goes straight into Sells' hands. Here now we get another chance as Newcastle just look pretty, we're in shambles pretty much defensively most of the match. It was really weird. I tried to do a fake shot there, but instead it was a shot from his back, he turned and shot. It was really weird, and he hits the post. I could have gotten a goal from that. Those are annoying when the CPU scores on me with those, but I understood there how frustrating those can be. For anyone getting scored on like that. So I was actually happy that that didn't go in. Newcastle got a few chances to end off the match. Lazaro was really the man, in the danger man for Newcastle, but just couldn't put the ball away. And as they were pushing everyone up, I don't get why. They were 2-0 down and there was just 1 minute left to play. We cleared the ball away from the corner kick. Sawyers moved up the pitch as no one was back. As he goes through, he fancy passes into the back of the net to give us another 3-1 win, or 3-0 win. And, gives us a great victory. So 3-0, 3 points. Just really confused why Newcastle did that. Instead, they should have been pushing more for a goal earlier in the match instead of going for it, when, no time was left. So Sawyers puts it away. Probably the only goal will probably get the rest of the season, to be honest, unless he gets sold. I put him on the transfer list. He hasn't been really good this season. And we have Castanos as well, who's actually been impressing me. And you'll see him in this final match. And if we can sell him, we'll get enough money definitely to extend the contracts to the players that are expiring at the end of the season. So really good win, really satisfied with that. Another good performance in the championship. And right now, I definitely thought it was going to be competitive in this season, but so far we're playing really well, and I'm just really satisfied with how things are going in this first season. So here's the squad report. If you want to take a look at anyone, just pause quickly. I'll go through it twice. As first we have the attributes, and second we have the attributes, and first we have the stats. The squads are looking really good. Some players are playing really well this season. Striking options are really good. Some players aren't happy, like the wingers who aren't getting in at all because of our formation. But the way things are going right now, really satisfied heading into the second half of the season, and looking forward to what's next. Definitely, I'm not really too sure if I'm gonna make any signings in January, but definitely would like to extend those contracts. And maybe if we'll get a sale, player that is dispensable to us, then we'll bring in a replacement for that. But other than that, we don't really have the budget or the desire to bring in any first team players that potentially could play in the first team. So right now, really satisfied with the squad as we go into another game against Bournemouth. So because it's the replay this time, we play Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. As I said earlier, Wilson's on some hot form right now. 4 goals in his last 3 games. He scored twice against us in the first match. The second goal he didn't see somehow. But it's definitely going to be a tough game again. It's a pretty similar side from the first time we played them. I think like Stanislas came in. I don't think he played in the first game, but other than that, it's a pretty similar side from Eddie Howe's team. Here now, our side again is very similar as well. Rested my side for the league games as I want to make a nice FA Cup run. If we can make it like to Wembley or to the quarters, I would definitely be really satisfied with that, and definitely something to look towards. As right now we're doing really well in the championship. I'm not really actually too worried that we should fall even out of the top 2 or even the automatic promotion or even the playoff places right now. So we definitely can make an FA Cup run. But to start off, Bournemouth had more of the chances, showing their class as a Premier League side. Wilson went through, put that wide on target, surprisingly, as he's on some hot form. And then another shot there. I think Stanislas had the first one, and then Wilshere had 2 of the shots there as they sliced wide. And that's how the first half ends. So Bournemouth really controlled the first half with the chances. I know we couldn't really test the keeper at all on the first half, but definitely thought we could step it up in the second half as we did just that. The first chance in the half, however, comes to Bournemouth. As I wasn't even aiming it towards the middle. You're never told to pass through the middle in defense, and it showed there as Wilson's shot went wide of the target. So Bournemouth's finishing was letting them down throughout this match as they had a lot of chances. Wilson going through on goal again, and just snatches at the shot too early, and it puts it wide of the target. Another chance this time into Wilshere. Wilshere going through, and again missing. Like, they were just missing so many chances as we were getting lucky with a few of them. Another chance, Gradel here going through. He put it on target at least from a tight angle, but just couldn't steer it, with enough power or accuracy into the back of the net as Bentley made the save. And as we go into extra time here, 0-0, definitely could have been anyone's game considering how poorly Bournemouth were finishing. I definitely thought that we could come out with the victory somehow. It was sad to see us go into extra time, as it's just gonna add to the fitness problems for our side. But if we could snatch a win in these final 30 minutes, I would definitely be satisfied with that. But Bournemouth were still searching for a goal there as Gradel's volley going wide. And as you see, it just kept going wide. I've probably said wide like 10 times in this game already. As we go through again, this time Henry puts it wide as one of our first chances of the match. Here from the corner, they were pushing all of their men forward. I don't understand why. Like, it was still 0-0. They could have crashed out the FA Cup. But unfortunately for them, that header, unfortunately goes wide, but fortunately doesn't result in a counter from us. We somehow get the ball here. I was looking down the left-hand side, but instead it comes into Castanos. He pretty much took the ball away there from the defender as we went through, and just 10 minutes left to play here in the 110th minute. Gets the goal to give us the win and the lead that'll hopefully send us into the next round of the FA Cup. So nice goal by Castanos. I tried to look, I'm not sure who the player was to the left of him, but I looked for him and somehow he just took it away. I'm not complaining at all as the substitute comes off the bench and it gets us the crucial goal that wins us the game. So as you see, Bournemouth had 15 shots and only 3 on target. Their shot accuracy was terrible this match and ultimately cost the game as they failed to win. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, we much appreciate it if you have to like, subscribe, as we have a 3-point lead at the top of the table. But other than that, have a good day.